Get your Fear London tops and jumpers on the website, Instagram on the screen. Use the discount code SARCHY14 for 10% off.
Retaliation is a must. I know maybe ifs or buts. We took numerous trips around there, but lad, that's something I can't discuss. I don't wanna end up in cuffs.
Yo, SARCHY14 back from a reaction. What? Oh my, how have I said that? It's when I say SARCHY14, I'm in the reaction mood already. But yo, Sarchy back with another video, another story time. The time I had to ride out for my Snapchat account. As stupid as it sounds, this actually happened. So without any further ado, let's just get into the story. Now, the OGs on the channel, back in the day, when I used to go to the park and just record, literally have the phone to my face and waffle, yeah, for a good 10 minutes. And people would watch it, hundreds of people would watch it when the channel was first starting, when I had like 200, 300, 400 subs. Well, one of these videos was called Thottery, a word I came up with to just generalize the thought community, like that kind of movement there. Those type of people, yeah. And I was surrounded by them at the time. They were everywhere. It's like the coronavirus. They were literally everywhere I looked. I was just seeing foots. And I was just like, look, I've had enough of it. And when I went into school, like the girls I was talking about, I told them to watch the video. Like, I did not care. I needed them to watch that. But, yeah, this is like a... what do you call it? A sequel of that, because pretty much what happened, but I couldn't really talk about it at the time because the case was still pending. I was still awaiting my trial date. But what happened? One of these so-called thoughts posted something mad, and I was like, look, like, come on, this is just stupid. And I screen recorded it, and I put it on my actual Snapchat story, and I was like, look, like, what's going on, mate? Like, why do these people exist? You're like 14. Why are you doing this? It's disgusting. No one's trying to see that. Then next day, I go onto Snap, and it's like, oh, your account's been reported, like, timeout. I'm like, what are you talking about, timeout? Shut up. Let me go onto my Snap. Had to wait 10 seconds. I go onto Snap, they're like, oh, yeah, you've been timeout. Your account's been reported, inappropriate content. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, who's done this? Someone actually told me who it was. I don't know how they found out, but, yeah, I found out who it was. That day I went to his form, G-checked him, I was like, fam, mind your business, got nothing to do with you. Why are you reporting my account? Like, you're just making it long for no reason. You're making it long for me, because I can't log into my Snap. And you're making it long for you, because now I don't like you. And that's just going to cause you a world of grief. Like, I'm just warning you now, it's going to get long for you. I don't know why you've put yourself in this situation. It's going to get long for you, yeah. And I meant that. I meant every word I said. I don't make empty threats. If I told someone it's going to get long, 9 times out of 10... it gets long. Okay, that sounds weird. No, no mandingo settings, but it gets long, yeah. I was like to this guy, I'm like, just watch, yeah. Just be careful. Just look over your shoulder. You're walking in the canteen, like, stay alert, like the virus. Like, you don't know, I might be round the corner. Just be cautious. I'm just warning you. Like, just consider this me being nice that I'm warning you. I do not need to warn you about what's about to happen here. So, I tell this guy to be careful. I go to his form room, I leave his form, I violated him, recorded it on Snap. That was my mistake, I can't lie, that was my mistake because I recorded it. And then the school were like, oh, why are you recording, like, you confronting another student? Because the guy had to snitch to the school. He's like, oh, why are you confronting another student? Why are you recording on school premises? Like, fam, it was before school. Like, school had not started. Why have you got your phone now? Fam, school had not started yet. The bell had not gone. Yeah, I didn't need to be in the school at this point. So just allow it. Get off my case about it was school time. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was at school, but it wasn't during school time. Like, shut up. So, I'm like to this guy, just be careful, yeah. And I was thinking in my head, because in about year 9, there was an altercation. We had a guy, a friend of mine, 2 years below me, but he was on job, like, this guy was active, like, he just loved to fight people. There was one time, we told him not to do it. He was sat with us at lunch. We were in year 9, he's in year 7, yeah. You know those year 7s that are just trying to fit in, but, like, some of them are actually on your level of wickedness, yeah. This kid's like, oh, he had, like, yogurt, he had jellies, like, oh, should I throw the jelly at the teacher? I'm like, don't, what, why would you, even me, yeah, me who throws milkshake at goals, I'm like, yo, don't do that. It's not gonna end well, because with me, it was a tactical attack, because I knew it was outside, I knew the people, they're not gonna snitch on me, like, they're not good, it's not that deep, it's outside, it's lunchtime, you can just move, problem done. But if you're throwing jelly at a teacher, like, come on now. Like, there's levels to it. This guy threw the jelly right, and it slaps her in the face. And he got caught, and we were all like to him, like, yo, like, as funny as it is, like, that's just stupid. Like, there's stupidness and then there's funniness. Yeah, you can be funny and stupid, but it has to balance out. If it's 80-20, 80% just stupid, you're gonna get in trouble, and we warned you not to do it. Point is, this same guy, we actually liked this guy a lot. He was literally like a younger brother to me at the time, and he got into a fight with this kid in the above. But because it was a fight, the guy was literally like double his size. I was like, fam, come on, like, why are you picking on someone younger than you? He didn't want to have a conversation about it, so I walked about 20 meters away. Sprinted, jumped, banged him in the face. I proper Superman punched this guy in the face. So hard, like the connection was so sweet. My finger, like, it just disappeared. I had to go matron. I was like to matron, oh, I fell over still. She's like, oh, really? Okay. And she bandaged it up. And then the kid must have gone matron as well, explained what happened. And then matron's like, yeah, he told me you fell over. I'm like, anyway, purpose is, that happened. I had to have a meeting with the head teacher and deputy head. And I got suspended for 3 days. And they said, if you do anything violent ever again, if you get in any more fights to the school, you're gone, mate. Like, time is up. Like, we've given you so many chances. You do one more thing, your time is up, mate. Like, you're gone. I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward to the original story. I needed to get revenge on this guy because he literally, the next day, my Snapchat account got deleted. Yeah, like deleted. Not reported, deleted. Like, he got all his friends to report the account. So Snapchat see, okay, this account's getting flagged out way too much. Let's just terminate the account. It just works for everyone. They don't want the account on. We probably don't want the account on. If people see that much of a problem, terminate, gone, delete. I'm like, I told you it's going to get long for you. Yeah, I said you were warned. It will get long for you. And then you proceeded to get the account deleted. Like, are you skunked? Honestly, are you thinking right? I don't think you're thinking. Are you tapped in your head? Okay, cool. Just watch here. So he obviously wasn't getting the verbal message. I had to give him a little bit of a physical message. I'm like, okay, cool. This guy doesn't want to listen to my speech. He might have to listen to some action. So, luckily, I had nothing I could physically do. I couldn't punch him. I couldn't, like, pin him up against the wall. Couldn't slap him around the face. I was gone. But, completely out of the blue, like, I actually can't emphasize how random this is. There was an apple tree outside the main block growing apples just small enough to fit in my pocket without anyone clocking what's going on. So I got these apples. They were like really small apples, but apples nonetheless. I was like, okay, cool. CRE. So we're on the playground. I was playing football. Lunchtime was kind of dry. I was like, hey, come we go look for that guy. Everyone was like, yeah, cool. And then before, I told everyone where the apple tree was, so we all got our apples. I remember I went with Martin, I went with Nate. I had to ride out on this kid because he just didn't know how to listen, yeah. So they go to get their apples, and then I got my apple, and he's like in the main bit, like away from the playground. It's like on the other side of the school to the playground. And this kid's just standing there oblivious with his back to me. I'm like, lovely jubbly. So I go to this kid, I get my apple out, slap it at the back of his head. He's like, didn't even know what it was, didn't know what hit him. The next thing you know, Nathan's getting pinned up against the walls. Like, oh, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And I'm like to me, lovely jubbly, man, lovely jubbly. And then the kid's just looking all confused. I said, fam, I told you. Like, I told you. Then the teacher came from around the corner. We were off. We sprinted away. But this is where it got a bit tense. This is where it became a little bit less Versace, more of James Bond. Like, had to Jason Bourne, whatever you want. I had to initiate spy mode at this point because I had to think about this tactically. Like, teachers were looking for us. I was wanted dead or alive. Like, they needed to find this guy after what happened at lunch. I was like, yo, I can't go back to the playground. That's too bait. They're gonna be waiting for me. Let me just hide somewhere. And then it was literally like 5 minutes before the end of lunch. And after these 5 minutes, you go to lessons. I was like, okay, cool. I'm off the radar. Like, they're not gonna come yank me out of a lesson like I'm Kunta Kinte or something. So I actually survived the last 5 minutes of lunch. I went into hiding. Then I went into my maths class. Like 5 minutes in, lovely jabber. I'm doing up maths, doing up chemistry equations. Not chemistry. What am I chatting about? Just doing like maths and that. Listening to the teacher talking on the board. We get a knock at the door. Oh, can I see Sarchi? I'm like, and he said it all calm as well, like, as if another scout had come. He was like, oh, can I see Sarchi quick? I'm like, And then he goes, oh yeah, just bring your stuff as well. I'm like, you know when a teacher tells you to bring your stuff, it is going to get long when they don't even have any intention, or they're not even going to try and pretend like they have any intention of you going back to that lesson. You're their property now. I was like, oh yeah, bring your stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. This guy's making me do up statements. Oh, so what happened? I said, oh, nothing still. I just and he's like, okay, we already know the story, just write down everything that happened leading up to this point. So I wrote down everything that happened. I explained that the thought was moving mad. I outed her. I spoke out against it. I said, look, that's just a bit mad. Like, what's going on? Then this guy thought he'd take matters into his own hands, report my account. I G-checked him in real life. I'm like, yo, mind your own business, got nothing to do with you. He then proceeded to get my account deleted. At that point, I'm like, okay, now it's long. Threw an apple at him. The apple actually skimmed his head. I can't lie. I only said it hit him for dramatical effect. In reality, the apple actually skimmed his head. Like, it did not go, it literally skimmed. It went over his head. Not that the school cared, but I mentioned that in the statement. I said that apple skimmed his head. I didn't mention that Nathan pinned him up against the wall, but they must have found out already, because Nathan was also, he just came through, he just walked past me. I could see him in the mirror, like he was walking past. Teacher was walking off to one place. I was doing up statements. And then the teacher reads the statement. He's like, I don't believe this. I'm like, so why are you making me write if you're just going to dismiss? He said, no, I don't believe that. And then he must have read it. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. Actually, no, there's some things I do believe, because there's some overlap with his statement. He said you were doing something on Snapchat. I'm like, yeah, I wrote that down. And he's like, yeah, why are you reposting underage girls? I'm like, yo, please, shut up. Like, they were just dismissing the fact that it was mad. They just said, oh, you're posting inappropriate content. Let's put that into a context, please. Explain why I'm posting the content's already there. It was on her private story, but she still put that on their internet. Anyway, point is, yeah, so I went from doing up statements to just straight up isolation. Yeah, bearing in mind, all they knew at this point was that I skimmed the apple on his head. They put me in isolation before they even found out about the Snapchat thing, yeah. They literally had me in isolation for an apple skimming somebody's head. My good friend Nathan pinned him up against the wall. He went back to maths. I'm sat there doing up English, writing statements, and I should be doing up maths. Yeah, I was like, okay, of course, I see how it is. Blatant racism, but yeah, cool. Then they found out about the Snapchat stuff whilst I was already in isolation. And I was just sat there for ages, like, not knowing if I'm going to actually get released. And then they're like, oh yeah, just come back here tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow? Can you not do this today? They're like, yeah, come back tomorrow. I'm like, okay, cool. So, come back the next day, still stuck in isolation. And then, I was in isolation for like a week. And then I think I was finally let out. They got to the bottom of it. I was let out like the week later. And then, what happened? Some other girl was wilding on Snap. I was like, fam, what's going on? Like, someone told me some mad rumour. And I put that on my story. I didn't even say any names. I hinted at my story. I just said, you lot are moving so mad. Like, allow telling me mad stuff like this. And then the girl took it to the school. She's like, oh, he's baiting me on his story. And the school must have thought I was some celebrity, yeah. Because every time I got in trouble, they're like, oh, you're putting it out to your massive audience. This is when my channel had 200 subs. Like, the channel was not the channel it is today. The audience was not that big. My Snap views were like 400 back in the day. I know for a fact there were 10 girls in a year that had 700 man watching their Snap every day. But my big audience, they must have thought there were like 1,000 people watching my story. That I can understand. That's like 80% of the school's population watching one kid. I get that. But it wasn't that. It was 400, which I can accept. That's 2 whole year groups. But it's not the whole school, so allow it, yeah. And then I literally made an emphasis on the fact that no one who doesn't already know the situation will develop an understanding of their situation from just reading my Snap. Like, I didn't put out enough information for you to actually know the whole story about the girl, what the girl did. School didn't care. They're like, oh, we've just let you out of isolation for social media. Now you've gone back on your account and you've done it again. Suspended for 3 days. And then they're like, oh, if you do anything else social media related, you'll be expelled. So now we're looking at life for social media, life for anything violent. What am I allowed to do? But for real, that's literally where that story ended. I still don't like the guy to this day. There was another time he started like he was violating me on Snap, saying I'm a penguin and that, cause like the way I walk, some people that don't like me, they try to say, oh, you walk like a penguin. It stopped now. People got bored of it because I really don't care. But yeah, he was just trying to pipe up from time to time. I'm like, just shut up, like, shut up. I don't know you. Shut up. And that's literally, that was the end of that. But he's just a very weird guy, like in general, very weird guy. So yeah, I've said all I really need to say about that story. I forgot to set a like target. If this video gets 75 likes again, let's get 75 likes. This gets 75 likes, I'll do another one. But I think I'm gonna do another one regardless. I can't lie. But the one about school calling the police and we got like 120 likes. Mad, very very mad. So thank you for that. So yeah, 75 likes. And I'll do another one. But I've been Suarch114. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.